Herman Munster. Moose, that must be the fella that rinky-dinked you out of your basketball scholarship.
Yeah. As soon as we hit the bus depot, I should have known this town is full of fancy dudes.
How come?
When I tried that 10-cent machine in the washroom, instead of giving me a pocket comb, it squirted perfume all over me.
I don't notice it none.
Maybe I didn't get enough on me to take.
Is that Munster Slicker's address in the paper?
1313 Mockingbird Lane.
Come on, let's go. Me and you are gonna find that Yankee, and we're gonna rearrange his bones Kentucky style.
Dog!
His face will look like Annie Lou Humphrey when she fell in the feeding trough, and them swill happy hogs just about trumped her to death.
Now, Herman, I phoned the college, and they said the coach will be working in his office all evening.
Yes, and Grandpa and I want you to go down there right now and straighten this mess out so that Marilyn can go to school tomorrow.
But, Lily, I'll be so embarrassed. Those nice men might yell at me.
Oh, Herman, what are you anyway? A man or a mouse?
Now, Lily, after all these years, you can't tell the difference?
Now, Moose, I ask you, did you ever see a house like this in all your born days?
I sure didn't, Paul. Ain't nobody back home could afford nothing this fancy.
I don't care if the Munsters do live in a mansion. They ain't gonna slow me down, no.
Yes?
What do you think, Paul?
I think the hog's already trumped on this boy's face. And then when this coach feller throwed us out and we read that you had latched on to Moose's scholarship, we just come over here to marinate your gizzard in sheep dip.
Good heavens, I'd hate to put you all that trouble.
Well, as a matter of fact, Herman signing up to play basketball was only the result of a mix-up.
Yeah, of course. Why, when you knocked, he was on his way down to straighten it all out. He was. Weren't you, Herman?
Yes. No, I was at that. In the interest of fair play and, my gizzard.
Well, that makes a mite difference, don't it, Moose?
It does if and I get my athletic scholarship.
Tell you what, why don't you nice gentlemen sit right here while I go down and speak to that coach?
Oh, that's a fine idea, Herman. And while you're gone, I'll try to make our friends feel at home.
See you later.
Come on, gentlemen. Make yourselves comfortable.
Well, thank you. You'll have to pardon me, mister, for staring at your suit, but if you was to come to our town duded up like that, folks would bury you before you could blink an eye.
Oh, thank you. I'll consider that an invitation.
Oh, my, Grandpa, that fire's gone out again. Would you mind?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
And I'll go and fix some tea.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, what is it, Moose?
You're closer to my feet than I am. Would you mind putting out the fire?
Okay, son, but don't expect me to do it every time.
Thank you, Paul.
What do you mean you won't play basketball for this noble institution of learning? Are you out of your skull?
No, sir. I haven't been out of it in years. But you see, I just cannot accept this basketball scholarship.
Oh, you want more money?
No, sir.
You want a convertible?
No, sir.
A little something under the table, huh?
Of course not. It's just that this basketball scholarship does not rightfully belong to me. It belongs to another. And I believe you should withdraw my name from the team and award this honorarium to Mr. Mallory in the interest of justice and fair play.
He is out of his skull.
Come right this way, Mr. Mallory. This here is our kitchen.
Oh, a separate room for eating victuals, and now look at all these modern conveniences.
Looky here, Pa. Well, there's no pump. The water just comes splattering right out of the pipe in.
Yes, and that's one of them new automatic dishwashers I've heard tell about.
And this is our icebox.
Oh, land of Goshen, look at all them eggs. And big uns, too.
Oh, yes. We keep our own vultures out in the back.
Ooh-wee, I'd sure hate to reach under one of them critters when they is nesting. Wouldn't you, Pa?
Oh, I didn't know you had company yet, Lily.
Oh, Marilyn, this is Mr. Moose Mallory and his father.
How do you do?
I'm mighty glad to meet you, ma'am. I declare you're prettier than the bucket full of hog livers.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I guess you could say she is the pick of the litter.
Why don't you take the young man out back and show him our garden?
Oh, all right.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, be careful. And don't step on the poison ivy. It's just beginning to bloom.
Oh, ma'am, I sure hope that your husband can work things out and get my son on that basketball team. I just can't wait to move up here and live high on the hog like you all do.
Munster, will you knock it off? You signed this paper and you're going to play.
Yeah, where's your sportsmanship?
I am not tearing up this contract and signing Mallory.
But I tell you, I won't play. I will not play. I won't. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Like I said, I'm going to tear up this contract and sign Mallory.
And now for the local sports scene. Moose Mallory, the sensational high-scoring forward of Westbury College, led his team to its 15th straight victory. The Moose scored 68 points and set an all-time conference record. Coach Denham sees his team going to the national championships undefeated. And now for the local weather.
That's just what I wanted to hear.
Last night is
It's nice to know the boy's doing so well in college.
And he has you to thank for it, dear.
Well, Lily, if we can't help a young man up the ladder of success, we're pretty sorry excuses for human beings.
Good night, everybody. That's my date. I'm going out with Moose Mallory.
Oh.
Good night.
That sweet boy must see something in Marilyn that we don't.
What are you going to do, Grandpa?
I'm going to do a little peeking at Moose and Marilyn. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, why didn't he say so? Come on.
You know, Herman, it must be hard for a boy like Moose to struggle through college on a scholarship.
You're right, Lily. I'll bet it calls for many sacrifices.
Get a load of that car.
He must have a job working nights at the school cafeteria.